Hello everyone, welcome to another exciting Minecraft tutorial. I'm Tyken, and today I'm going to show you how to put a password lock on whatever door or redstone contraption you have in mind. So this is very simple to build. I threw in some unnecessary components on the back just to show off how it works a little bit better. You just have an item of your choice named with the password of your choice, and you toss it in the hopper, and it activates. You can have another thing, or a button or a lever, whatever you want behind there to deactivate it, or you can simply throw the password in twice. Every time you toss it in, it will just activate. So I'm going to show you how to build the most basic model. You're going to need somewhere for all the items to go, or your hopper's just going to get clogged. You're going to want at least one hopper on top of that, wherever it leads, whether it's a pipe of other hoppers or different chests. And then you're going to have one more hopper on top of that. It doesn't matter what direction it faces, as long as it's not down. So next thing you're going to do is have some kind of block just directly around here, like this. And then you have a choice, because you can put a block right here. And now you can either put another one here or one here. It doesn't matter which one, it depends on whether you want this thinner or shorter. I prefer this particular method, and I'll show you why. You put a comparator directly behind the hopper, the top hopper, in whatever direction you want. Then you put a single piece of redstone dust here, you loop this around, and you put a redstone torch right here. And again, you can easily flop that however you want. It doesn't matter which side it is on, just that it's shaped like that. Now, you want to power this redstone dust, and again, you can do it from here, or you can do it from here, which looks a little cleaner and nicer, and it shouldn't get in the way of anything. Now, this is the most basic setup. That's all you need to do. To at least set up the redstone. Next, you are going to want a stack of whatever block you want that can stack up to 64. You are going to name it whatever you want. So let's just say password 123, or yeah, 132. That works better. Then you simply toss in a stack of 63 in the top, and then you take whatever item you want that doesn't stack. You can use stackable items like cobblestone and just do a full stack. But this is generally cheaper and easier unless you just want to get rid of a bunch of cobblestone. So as soon as you take your password, you toss it in there, and you can see it flickers on. And then again, you can tie that to whatever it wants. This little redstone torch here briefly deactivates to let this hopper pull a single item from that and essentially reset it down to 63. So as long as this is on and has a full stack, this will pull down an item. And that's the most basic way to make this thing. What I did over here is I added a flat T flip-flop, so it essentially turns a single pulse signal into a lever. So activate and then deactivate, instead of just on-off. I can show you how to make that. It's in my other videos, but I want to show you off the other methods of how to hide this first. This is just a traditional slab floor. As you can see, everything is just hidden underneath it, and you would never know it's there. You can easily just toss your password in, and it activates. This is a lava garbage can, you know, to toss away all your junk items. You can toss whatever items you want in here, which is the interesting part, and it burns them up. If you throw the password in, it looks like it got burnt, but it activates the switch instead. You can also have this open face if you're not too worried about falling into it. Same thing. Enchanting table works really well too. Any kind of block that isn't a full block should work for this, with some exclusions. Soul sand is the only full block which this works, because it technically falls through a little bit. Campfires work great for this, especially because it kind of looks like some kind of garbage. Stairs are very interesting. You can actually put this on any level of the stair, provided you have enough back room for it. And you simply toss your password at the base of the stair, and it sucks it up. You can also use other redstone items to cover it up, in this case a repeater. Boom. And now this one is a little interesting because it has a hopper cart under it, allowing it to pull items through a solid block, as you can see there. There is another method you can do here. You can break this. You can break the railing directly underneath it, because it needs to be sitting on top of a railing in order for it to be high enough to suck an item through. However, you can simply push a block into it, and it should work just the same. So you have two ways of doing that. Unfortunately, I'm not a huge fan of this particular method, because as you can see here, you can throw whatever items you want on top of the other hoppers, and it doesn't suck in the items at all. However, if you throw in the password, it does. So it essentially locks any other items out, and people don't get suspicious when they drop an item and it gets sucked away. This one, however, doesn't quite have the same filter, so it will suck up literally any item, and if you throw in too much, it just gets clogged, congested, and you don't really have an easy way to get those items back out. There is a way you can do that, but it's way more complicated and annoying, so I just prefer the simpler method. As you can see here, these are all the blocks that this should work with absolutely no problem. You just toss the items in on top: carpet, slabs, stairs, lecterns, lava, stone cutter, trapdoors, any kind of flat redstone thing, ender portals, pathways, surprisingly, tilled soil, soul sand, mine carts, enchanting tables, a boat if you can get it to hide it well enough. Some of these don't work incredibly well because there's a little bit of a texture around it, so you can still kind of see something's going on underneath. But, you know, redstone railing, cakes, pressure plates, item frames, ender chests, surprisingly, none of the other chests, cauldron, and of course a daylight sensor. However, you're definitely going to want to put it in the off position, or it won't let the hopper beneath it suck it through, because it's receiving a power. However, you can also have that locked as another form of control over your lock, so people might know your password and where to put it, but they might not think to turn off the daylight sensor. Alternatively, you can put some kind of block on top that has an inventory. These are the only ones that really work. Furnaces and such don't quite work the same way with passwords. So for instance, you can toss one of those in there, and there, regular chest, shulker box, and of course barrels. So pretty much any of these blocks will work really well. These you can just throw them on top, those you can just toss them inside, and everything should work really well. And again, you can make this taller if you want to hide this deep below your base for whatever reason. And you can just put more hoppers on top of it. But again, it runs into the same problem as the hopper cart in that it will accept any item, and it could potentially get clogged. Of course, you can have it... there's ways around that, but my method is the quickest, simplest method. Not that I have developed this myself at all, but you get the general idea. So if you have any questions or need any help in the comments below, feel free to ask. I am pretty good at replying to my comments. I hope this helped you out. I will show you many uses for it in the future, and I will see you guys next time.